Call of Duty Black Ops 7. I think that game looks like the same again. And I am so tired of the Call of Duty cycle where I buy the new Call of Duty, I maybe find a few things to like about it for a little bit, and then I'm done after like 6 hours because it's just boring.
We look back at Black Ops 6. That game, as seen here from the gamer earlier this year, lost the majority of its players only a month after release. In 2 months of release of Black Ops 6 at least, that game on Steam alone lost 47% of its player base. And a large reason for this was because the game was plagued with matchmaking issues, pay-to-win nonsense.
But when you compare it to BO6, I can see how people can kind of give you the accusation that, yeah, this is probably a DLC.
Alright, so it seems like these streamers have finally realized that Call of Duty is just trash this year and Battlefield 6 is won. And it's not just these streamers, it feels like a lot of players just in general get bored of Call of Duty really fast. And it looks as if we could have another Black Ops 6 release where half of the players could just leave after a few months. I mean, there's the fact that Black Ops 7 seems like a DLC of Black Ops 6, right? Downloadable content. I think people are asking if it's DLC so much that even Google says, is Black Ops 7 a separate game? That shouldn't even be a question. It's not its own brand new game, you know? Call of Duty just seems lazy at this point. So yeah, it seems like streamers are realizing Call of Duty is trash right now, but some still really stick with it and just swear that Call of Duty is still good and fun to play somehow. While other streamers have just completely abandoned Call of Duty at this point, it seems like. But either way, let's just go over all of it. Subscribe to the More Wisdom channel right here. I'm Wisdom, and I hope you guys enjoy the video. Now, for the first streamer we're going to go into for this video right here is faze swagg, and he's talking about whether or not, you know, you should buy Black Ops 7. Is it worth it? Let's see his opinion on it, because if he's honest, I think he knows just as well as all of us that Call of Duty is pretty much ruined right now.
Yo, is Black Ops 7 worth getting? Do you feel like I should buy it? How does Call of Duty feel this year? So this video is kind of give my pros and cons as far as Black Ops 7. You know, what do I think of the game of my personal opinion? Because I don't understand. People get mad at me for my own opinions, but this is just how I feel about the game in general. What's going on? Should someone buy it? That's totally their choice.
You're right. It's totally their choice if they buy it. And I don't think people are really mad at opinions of streamers or swagg's opinions. It's really just when the streamers try to change the game, like turn Battlefield 6 into Call of Duty.
This is from my experience. I also want to talk about kind of, you know, a situation where I feel like they brought back skill-based matchmaking. We'll get into that later in the video. I would love everyone's feedback in the comment section below overall. I would say with Black Ops 7, right? There's been a lot of viral clips going around about just how the campaign and how crazy it is. One thing I will say is I feel like Black Ops 7, the campaign is bad. And that gives it such a bad rep that it almost puts a very dark cloud over multiplayer and zombies. I don't really know how good zombies is. Let me know in the comment section below if it's actually has been good or not. But I feel like it's kind of put this dark cloud over the game in general, because Black Ops 7, in my personal opinion, is a good multiplayer game.
Alright, now let's just break that down really quick. He basically tried to say that, you know, the campaign looks so bad that it's putting this dark cloud over the multiplayer and the whole game in general, making that, you know, Black Ops 7 just looks bad because of the campaign. No. Once again, with people asking on Google, how is Black Ops 7 different from BO6? Shouldn't even be a question. You couldn't even have this question. How is Battlefield 6 different from Battlefield 2042? It's so different. We actually got a good Battlefield game this time. At least compared to 2042, this one's really good. There's been viral clips and all types of stuff, just community talk, all of that, over the fact that the multiplayer in itself, nothing to do with the campaign, the multiplayer itself looks like a copy and paste of Black Ops 6. So it's definitely not that the campaign is so bad that that's why everybody hates the game. It's that, you know, the campaign is bad and the multiplayer looks like a copy and paste. And then, you know, the zombies, apparently you haven't even tried it out. I actually recommend trying it out. Honestly though, that also does seem like a copy and paste of the Black Ops 6 zombies, except they added a bear.
But I do understand when there's a lot of fatigue, especially in the last 5 years. You know, I was a fanboy of Call of Duty when they were making MW3, Black Ops 2, BO3. You know what I mean? I've seen a lot of great Call of Duties, you know what I'm saying? But I've also seen a lot of bad ones too. But some of the good things I do like about Black Ops 7 are the maps are very good. There's a lot of maps, right? There's 18 maps. You know, I've been playing with some friends, IRL friends, and there'll be maps where they go, yo, I've never even played this map yet, and I've been playing the last couple of days. So I think there's a lot of good maps. For some reason, I don't know why, maybe it's just me, but even the old nostalgic maps, Express, Raid, I'm forgetting one off the top of my head, but those maps all play like how they did in BO2. Maybe I'm the only one who feels like that, but whenever they've done remakes on all these maps, they've never felt or replicated what BO2 felt like. For some reason, in this game, those OG maps play exactly how they play in Black Ops 2. All the other remakes are trash in my personal opinion.
Alright, so that just sounded like a whole lot of cope in my opinion. Just straight trying to make the game sound like it's actually good, saying that there's a lot of maps, saying that there's the OG maps from Black Ops 2. I mean, a lot of people in the community actually feel like Call of Duty's being lazy for the fact that they keep on adding a lot of the same maps from older games. I mean, if you think about it, a lot of these maps are fan favorited. They are stuff that people do want back in the game, but not as a repeat over and over and over and over. I mean, they keep adding a lot of the same ones from these old Call of Duty games over and over and over. It's kind of seems like, you know, the movie industry, the way they just remake old movies because they know it's gonna work. They are just putting in maps that they know are gonna work to make the game just seem like it's a little bit better. And honestly, the way he said that the game plays the same as Black Ops 2, or at least these maps from Black Ops 2 play the same, I don't know how that could be. How do they play the same? First of all, Black Ops 2 actually had proper matchmaking. There was not this terrible SBMM problem. So it definitely doesn't feel the same as Black Ops 2. Not to mention the movement. You get to run and jump off walls and do all this crazy movement. That you could not do in Black Ops 2. So no, it literally does not feel the same. I understand the cope though. You want to get your Call of Duty fans to think that this is a good Call of Duty game and not leave it and abandon it, but hey bro, this just looks so bad. This game just does not look great. I mean, hey, you guys let me know your honest comments, but this just does not look like a great game, and it just seems like these streamers are really starting to realize that Call of Duty is just ruined right now, at least compared to Battlefield 6 for sure, and other games too, like Arc Raiders. And that leads me to another video, at least a part of another video I wanted to show you. The video is called How Battlefield 6 Beat Call of Duty.
Battlefield and Call of Duty released new games the same year. One is loved, one is hated. Well, back in 2016, that's exactly what happened. The Infinite Warfare trailer dropped, and quickly it became the most hated game ever. On the other hand, you had Battlefield 1. Players loved this game, and it turned out to be arguably the greatest Battlefield game ever. Well, what if I told you this? History is repeating itself. It's 2025, the Black Ops 7 trailer drops, and COD players hate it so much, they claim it's a trailer for COD's biggest rival, Battlefield 6. But how is this possible? How did Battlefield 6 beat Call of Duty before Black Ops 7 even released? And ultimately, should you quit COD for Battlefield 6? In order to answer these questions, first we have to break down the top 3 reasons COD lost our trust. Like and subscribe for the medics. Number 1. Goofy skins. For too long now, Call of Duty has become another version of Fortnite. What do I mean by that? Well gee, I don't know. Kindly remove your head from your ass and you'll see.
I mean, literally just look at the amount of different skins they added to Call of Duty. A lot of this stuff people didn't even want. They just saw as a clear opportunity. Let's add this and just see how many sales we're gonna get. And it's so insane. They definitely did insane numbers with it. And I mean, it just makes you stand out in game too. Who wants to be some crazy looking character? I get that it's seems like a funny idea, I guess, but you can't even see your own operator. It's not a third person camera view game where you could see your skin the whole time. You literally can't see it unless you die and then watch yourself get killed in a kill cam or something. It's crazy.
Lightning fast Omni movement. But before we talk about that, remember when jetpacks were a thing? Going back to Infinite Warfare, why do you think the community gave up on it before it even came out? The jetpack fatigue was real. After 3 advanced movement era CODs in a row, it was time for change. And 1 year later, you bet your Call of Duty returned to boots on ground in World War II. Fast forward to today, with Black Ops 7, COD players are experiencing the same fatigue, but with lightning fast Omni movement. Let's focus on that lightning fast part first though. Back on Modern Warfare 2 2022, Infinity Ward slowed the movement way down, which much of the community hated. As a result, Sledgehammer Games sped it back up in Modern Warfare 3 2023. Did the developers listen to the community? Sure, but it created a whole other problem. Not only was MW3's movement faster than MW2's, it was faster than ever before. As it became the norm for players to run, jump, and slide around like Dash from The Incredibles, multiplayer became unplayable. And Treyarch not only doubled down on fast movement speeds in Black Ops 6, they also introduced Omni movement, So not only were COD players running, jumping, and sliding around like Dash from The Incredibles, but they were now hysterically moving in every single direction like Taz from the Looney Tunes.
And not to mention Warzone 2, right? Obviously, that's still Call of Duty, so it's really pretty much the same, right? But, I mean, ever since Warzone, the whole movement thing has just become its own lane in Call of Duty. Like, and the thing that sucks about this too is, like, obviously people can play how they want to play. So if you want to have some crazy movement in the game and the game mechanics allow for that to be able to be a thing, obviously go have at it, right? Whatever. But don't be mad when there's a lot of players that feel like that's just not the way they want to see people play in the game, I guess. And also, I think one thing that's really the problem is when streamers or people try to, like, take that movement and go and force it into other games, like Battlefield 6, for example, where they're trying to just find movement exploits and things like that to just completely ruin the playstyle of the game.
And Treyarch again not only doubled down on fast movement speeds and omni movement in Black Ops 7, they made movement even faster. And now you can bounce off walls like a dweeb. It's time to slow it down. I hate this game. And finally, we have number 3, the elephant in the room. Skill-based matchmaking. Ever since Modern Warfare 2019, Call of Duty has been poisoned by SBMM. It's this horrible matchmaking system which is designed to make every match as equally balanced as possible between each team. In other words, you're gonna have garbage teammates and play against CDL pro wannabes. The idea is to keep everyone to as close to a 1 KD and a 1 win-loss ratio as possible. And as COD players continue to experience this throughout the Warzone era, more and more players quit the franchise for good. And here we are with Black Ops 7, where pre-orders are lower than ever, and wait, this doesn't seem right. Call of Duty removed SBMM in BO7? Does that mean Call of Duty is saved?
No, it does not. Call of Duty is not saved due to the SBMM change or the, fact that they tried to fix SBMM, or that they say they tried to fix it or change it or whatever. Bro, it's not fixed. It's not changed. It's just terrible still, bro. I mean, there used to be this actual casual experience to Call of Duty where you could get on, and yes, you might get in a game where you're playing versus Optic Scump and his boys where you're getting straight demolished, right? And what'd you have to do? You'd pay attention to their names in game, and you'd basically avoid those people, and you just go search for another lobby and try just not to get back in their lobby. And pretty much the next lobby you're going to find, as long as they're not in it, it's probably a much more chill, casual lobby. That's just not the case anymore in Call of Duty. Every lobby is Scump. Then the next game is Shotzi. Then the next game it's whoever, bro. It's literally the most try-hard people in your games now. And I know that some people were commenting and saying this, and I didn't really think of it from this, like, angle, but, like, it is kind of an interesting angle to think of it, right? There's just such lower amount of people. There's such a lower amount of people that are buying into Call of Duty right now and just playing it, that it seems like, maybe they did turn it down a little bit, the SBMM, but there's just nowhere near as many players playing it, so we're not finding as many casual players. Like, all the sweaty people, whatever, people that are just really try hard at this game, that's who wants to play Call of Duty right now. I think that there's somewhat some truth to that, but also at the same time, I definitely think there's plenty of casual players that are playing it right now too, and it should show through, but it's not. So I really don't think that they saved Call of Duty with this SBMM thing, or even fixed the SBMM problem in general. Alright, now let's move on to the thought of these streamers possibly just straight abandoning Call of Duty at this point. That's what a lot of people in the community, and I know some of you guys were commenting on my videos saying the same thing, that these streamers are probably just gonna leave and go to a different game. And specifically, a lot of you guys were saying that about Battlefield 6 too. So, and as you guys can see, even just from timthetatman's page right here, it seems like he's really only been playing, Arc Raiders mainly. Like, he was playing Battlefield Red Sec right there. He played Black Ops 7 for the first time right here, and hasn't played it for a video since then. So it really seems like a lot of these streamers are actually abandoning Call of Duty essentially at this point. I mean, you got him, timthetatman streaming Black Ops 7 like 3 times since the game came out. That's it. And then the streams are obviously, not that long, or I guess you could say 6 hours, closer to 4 hours, and then 5 hours. Definitely some good time for the stream, but it doesn't seem like you're addicted to the game, like you're so in love with it, like these 8-hour streams or whatever on Arc Raiders. And then you got faze swagg, which a lot of people feel like swagg is like just tied up with Call of Duty so much. And I don't know, I mean, swagg is definitely seems like just somebody who's like loyal to Call of Duty. He's always been playing Call of Duty. I mean, if you go to his oldest stuff, started with Call of Duty, right? So I mean, he's just, you know, he's just been on Call of Duty. So I understand why, even if it's at a bad place, like even if Call of Duty is doing bad and it's just not the best game right now, I think it's still probably a good thing to keep playing the game, at least giving it a chance for your, you know, content and stuff like that, because people want to see it that are subscribed to you, obviously. So I would say I respect Swagg for sticking with Call of Duty and still playing it, but also at the same time, I don't really, you know, think it's a good shout when you're sitting there saying like the game is so good, it looks good, the multiplayer looks really good, when it just seems like you're just lying. Like, it really doesn't look like a good game. Then you got another streamer, nickmercs. These people don't represent all of streamers. These are just some, you know, of the main streamers we kind of go over on this channel and stuff like that. And it seems like nickmercs is not playing Call of Duty either. I remember watching one video where he was playing Arc Raiders, and specifically in the intro, he was like, I know Black Ops 7 just came out, but I'm not even interested in it right now, and I'm playing this other game, right? Nade Shot as well, it seems like he's kind of just been on Arc Raiders past days in a row. So yeah, overall, I mean, it does kind of just seem like these streamers are pretty much, I guess, abandoning Call of Duty, and not for no reason, right? I mean, it's literally just it's not a good game right now. It's not fun to play. They would literally, in my opinion, they would be kind of forcing themselves to play it just to be making videos on it and make content about it and stuff like that. So, hey, I think it's, you know, that's a good thing. If you are noticing that the game is bad and you're not going to force yourself to play it, that's a good thing. That shows your audience that you genuinely don't want to play this game right now and you'd rather go play something else. And that just shows honesty to your community, right? Because if you're just sitting there, you know, playing the same game that you know is bad, and then you're maybe hyping it up in the game, but then after you're done recording, you're just like, man, I hate this game, I don't even want to play it. That's a whole different story. And now I also thought I'd add this in really quick, since it's just so funny to me. Just look at this. How Call of Duty reacted to Battlefield 6's success.
Mighty key. So I'm telling the reporter, I say, I'm Call of Duty. I'm too big to fail. We can sell them the same game every year, and what are they gonna do? Buy it every year. Excuse me, sir, you may want to take a look at this. Sir, it's Battlefield 6. Battlefield 6? 6? Weren't they just in 2042? Them boys working backwards. Well, it just came out. And look at these numbers. Why are you giving me somebody's phone number? Who is this? It's not a phone number, sir. That's the concurrent user base.
Nah, bro, look at that. Just look at the numbers too. Players right now, and then players right now on Call of Duty. Alright, so that's going to be the end of the video right here. Thank y'all for watching the video. I really do appreciate it. Leave a comment down below of your thoughts if you feel like it. And obviously there's another video on screen right now if you guys want to watch another video. Subscribe for more, and I'll see you on the next one.